Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're getting into David Ndolo's book, Tech Evolution: Humanity in the Digital Age. He's a cybersecurity expert. Our plan is really to unpack what he calls the dichotomy of progress.
Right. And it's really the core tension he sees everywhere in modern tech. Think about it, the printing press that spread information. But Nulo says today's tech, like AI and social media, it does something deeper. It actually reshapes what being human even means. And that needs, well, an ethical viewpoint.
So he's not anti-tech, not at all. But he is very focused on let's say, the trade-offs, the societal costs. What does he really pinpoint as the number one risk?
Fundamentally, it's the mismatch between connection speed and our ability to handle the fallout. We're instantly linked globally.
Right.
We're kind of lagging behind on managing privacy, misinformation, and this huge thing called the digital divide.
And that divide isn't just about having broadband or not.
No, it's more than that. It's about access, yes, but also digital literacy. It leaves whole groups behind. Think rural areas, low-income communities. It just makes existing inequalities worse.
Okay, let's dig into that dichotomy using connection as the first example. The upside is obvious: real-time global links. You mentioned watching a graduation live feed, that kind of thing.
Exactly. Huge benefit.
But there's a personal cost he highlights.
Yeah, he really focuses on the quality of our relationships changing. We sort of shift from seeking real connection to, well, chasing numbers, likes, followers, that stuff.
Performance, almost.
Totally. And that drives what he calls social media fatigue. It can lead straight to burnout or anxiety or just feeling disconnected, for you, the person using it.
And communication itself changes, doesn't it? Like texting when you're mad, you don't see the other person's reaction.
Right, that async nature. You lose all the nonverbal cues, the things that might make you pause or soften your tone face-to-face, gone. It just breeds misunderstanding, makes genuine intimacy harder because that emotional nuance is lost.
Okay, so if human-to-human digital connection is messy, what happens when AI gets involved?
Well, that's where the complexity really ramps up.
Yeah. And Ndolo spends a lot of time on AI ethics. He warns that algorithms learn from our data, our history, and our history is full of bias.
And the key thing Dolo points out is that it's often not intentional, not malicious programmers. The AI is just a mirror. So if it learns from, say, 20 years of loan data that mostly favored one group, it keeps doing that. In hiring, loans, even predictive policing, it locks in those old biases.
Which brings up that huge question: accountability. If an AI denies someone a job based on biased data, who's responsible? How do you even challenge that?
Exactly, and that's the push for explainability. And Dolo stresses this. We need to be able to understand how an AI reached a decision. Otherwise, how can anyone be held accountable? Trust just evaporates.
So, pulling this together, Ndolo's conclusion seems to be a call for a more conscious approach.
Definitely, a human-centered approach. He's really urging everyone involved, developers, policymakers, to build ethics, transparency, and user control right into the tech from the start.
Because ultimately, technology is a tool. We decide how it's used.
We do, and maybe that leads to the final thought for you listening. If tech reflects our choices, how can we use it more actively? Think about platforms like iNaturalist for citizen science or Global Forest Watch monitoring deforestation. Can we shift from just scrolling, from passive consumption, to actually using these tools to contribute, to make a real difference on social or environmental issues? Something to think about.